coordinated entry systems are used to abuse the homeless. My son and I today was followed specifically. I'm not going to name all of the individuals that were literally busted. I'm going to highlight one, a perv, a dude. First, it was the white van who followed us from one side of the park to the other side of the park. They didn't think I caught it, but I did. They were parked on one extreme end of the park where me and my son was the entire time, because I was watching the entire time when they think I'm not. The entire time, and then when we left to go to the other end of the park to go do something else, that very same white van pulled up all the way on the other end of the park and parked right where me and my son was walking into. Simultaneously, there was a pervy guy that I had eyeballed following us that was not too far behind the white van truck. My son went to the restroom, and I'm, because of what we have gone through, naturally, I'm going to be watching, the environment, because again, whether you want to believe it or not, whether they want to believe the lie of these crackheads or not, my son and I are being harassed and stalked, and I'm starting to suspect that it is the whole system that is involved with exploiting the homeless individuals through the very programs that's supposed to be designed to actually protect and serve them, not just house them. Not house them as a dropping station for people to plot their schemes to get them caught up in a system so that they can be discredited, used, harvested, played with. Okay. Now, so like I said, I'm going to highlight one. Okay. The perv that went into the restroom, again, because they're following us around. Okay. They're weird, very weird and pervy as it pertains to my son. Okay. Very weird and pervy. And me. And then I'm going to also talk about how rules and regulations are also something that is being mishandled, misused, and exploited to create unrest, unnecessary stress, and torture, because it wouldn't have been the end times, okay, to allow him to use the restroom under the circumstances. But that's not what this video is really about. The perv followed my son into the bathroom, and because I already eyeballed them, I was like, let me go in, because I don't care if they're breaking the rules, then I am breaking the rules, because I'm pretty sure that the rule is a felony to be illegally surveilling, illegally reporting, and stalking, harassing. Just like I saw a chick that walked into the women's home that I was in prior to leaving that. I saw her here. Yeah, she didn't know that I saw her, long curly hair, kind of in a V, all the way down to her ass, close to her, the bottom of her ass. Yeah, I saw her. She had came to that location in Fontana, and I saw her today. Now, back to what this video is really about. The one perv, I'm going to talk about the one perv that I indefinitely caught, since people like to play this game. They're tripping, they're paranoid, they're stressed out, they're crazy, they're all these things. So I'm going to highlight what I was actually able to gauge and catch the entire time. Okay. Now, so I was like, okay, I still didn't react. I mean, at the end of the day, that's a part of what stalking and harassment is to fuck with the target while looking like they're just coming to use the restroom like you. They're just doing these things like you to the public. So I didn't make a thing of it. I just simply, I saw what I saw and I evoked what I evoked, because that is what I'm doing now. We live by the decisions we make. Individuals choose to stalk and harass my son and me. They're choosing their life. They're choosing their life. They're choosing that. That's their problem, their business. I didn't tell these people to sign up to be trash. Okay, so it is what it is. Now, we left I went inside the men's room. I mean, not all the way, but I went enough so I can eyeball engage my son, because again, these pervs, these predators, these panders. Okay, so I was like, come on, son, because I was trying to tell him to hurry up. I'm like, come on, because they're fucking weird. And so then my son, he came out, and I was like, ugh, disgusting. Right now, this guy came out and followed us. Yeah, he came out and followed me and my son into the next location, and acting like he was just wandering around. And the people that came was like, oh, you haven't been in before? They're like, no, being weird and perv. Walked in, looked at me, looked at my son, did some kind of weird signal gesture thing. The gentleman, that I also believe is being used, unbeknownst to him, I don't know if he has full knowledge or if he's just somebody being used. Okay. We walked in there. He tried to signal me and my son to come into the office, but I wasn't going to play that game today. I was like, no, we're not doing the whole distract and all that. I'm smarter than that. So we're leaving because we're not doing this. I was going in to see what kind of services and things that they had available, discovered that maybe they had some exercise, because again, I am trying to better me and my son's life. I am trying to rebuild. I am trying to do the things that is necessary to heal and to rebuild, which is health and well-being, which is mental, emotional, physical, psychological. It's all of that. And if you've got pervs following you around and you've got corruption following you around, that's a problem. And if the entry systems are being used, this needs to be exposed. I have every full intention of utilizing whatever money my son has to fry their ass. I have attempted to connect and communicate effectively. So this leads me to believe there's something off afoot. You don't ignore, you don't get to ignore clients expressing legitimate concerns, whether you can fathom of it or not. So the fact that they're ignoring or pretending to be utterly busy to no avail is a problem. I've already contacted, I'm waiting to hear back, but I have full intention to actually hiring a lawyer. I'm not going to just file, I'm going to get a lawyer. I'm getting a fucking lawyer. I'm going to use my son's money, since they are trying to exploit the homeless. They're trying to exploit these programs. They're going to exploit the vulnerability of these situations. I plan to use every fucking dime to fry their asses. I'm going to fucking hire, since they're so smug in their fucking operations, thinking that I'm alone and it's too much, and since they're doing all this witchcraft and shit on my son and me and all of their little weak nigga psychological warfare tactics, that I'm not gonna be able to blah blah blah. Wrong. I'm fucking hiring a lawyer, and I'm gonna toast their ass. Everyone was given an opportunity to be honorable. That is not my responsibility to help folks to develop a conscious, something that they never had. I am not responsible for those that are connected to these corrupt things. That's a them thing. And then the little men that they're hiring, again, that's a them thing. I'm not responsible. Whatever happened to people is what happened. If programs end, they end. If contracts end, they end. People should have been honorable. Me and my son are not expendable for nobody. The whole trap that they're using, this is why I'm hiring a lawyer. Because you call these people, this is what they do, this is how they do it with the homeless or the displaced. They have these systems that you have, these point systems that you have to measure on. I mean, it's no right or wrong, but it's this, the points determines the services, and even then you still may or may not receive. It's just, I guess they put you in some kind of queue. But here's the thing. It's all to create a platform or a profile, which again, I still feel like it's backwards and it's sick. Because the whole idea is supposed to be, Darrell, come here. Do me a favor, son.
Let's get moving. Let's get sitting around.
Yeah, come here. Do me a favor, because these whack jobs are driving around doing some weird shit. Come here.
No, stop.
Fucking psychopaths. Bunch of lizards. Parasitic fucks. Anyway. I'ma toast their ass too. Barbecue nuts is in commence in the way, on its way. So they, you know, they make you go through these systems to get the services as you're attempting to help yourself. But the very process creates a profile that possibly causes you to look in a way which may not necessarily be true. The system should be designed to prevent that. They already queuing some monkeys now on their little scooters. The system should want to intervene before somebody's points get to the place to where they're suicidal or they're wanting to harm themselves or somebody else, or like it's this list of questions that they have to take you through. Oh, do you have a tendency and a pattern of dealing with chronic homeless? No, bitch. I have a tendency of being harassed and stalked by retards that's entitled to my son and me, by motherfuckers who've stolen and trying to get rid of the evidence, which is us, because they don't want to take their trashy asses to jail, and they don't want to have to become legitimate motherfuckers in life and find a better way to make it. But that is what the system does. And so what are you going to do? See, I'm going to educate you. So what are you going to do? You're desperate. You're a homeless person. You're unhoused. And they're trying to make this illegal. What are you going to do? That's why I said exploitation. I have people that be calling me on cue. That's why I said they're exposing themselves every day. Just so happened, as me and my son was leaving a situation, Orange County called my son and me. Orange County called. Basically, they like to just keep you on the phone because they surveil these calls. It's a distraction while I'm walking because they're queued, so that the people that's doing their shit could take their pictures, their footage, their video, and do the weird shit that they're doing, blah, 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 blah. But as I said, all of a sudden, people are calling that once upon a time I couldn't get them on the phone if Jesus manifested and paid the bitch to get on the phone. Now, all of a sudden, Orange County exposed. His house exposed. try to keep me and folks like me in a merry-go-round of resources. Well, I want to give you some resources in this. Listen, we missed an opportunity all due to trying to find somewhere else to live because we couldn't stay where we were at. And then they queued Inland Regional. It's not a game, and they're going to find out because I'm assuming. I'm going to use money to do it. I'm going to use, since we're in this situation, I'm going to use his money. I sure am. So nope, it ain't going to be no little weak-ass pro bono motherfucker who they can come in and pay off, nigga. Nope, nope, nope. So she calls the other day the place that we were before we got where we are now. Why are they calling them? Because I'm quite sure that they don't do that. I wasn't even a part of her program. I decided to answer just to throw them off. Because they were not expecting me to answer. I'm quite sure, and that's why I kind of responded. I was like, "Do you have something?" Because I'm not playing with these people. Do you have something? Yes or no? Do you have something? Use the same number that you got. You can send a text, bitch, to the same shit. They're all exposed. And unfortunately, family and friends of family was stupid to be involved. Unfortunately. So I'm suing. I'm paying for a lawyer and I'm suing. Get a lawyer involved, they'll get to all the investigations. I won't have to worry about that no more. That's the beauty of that. I won't have to worry about trying to keep my head on straight, trying to utilize resources and figure things out while trying to keep data and proof and, because all this stuff has to be logged and proven to get a RICO charge and all that shit. Exploitation of homeless. Why they try to manufacture the homelessness to begin with. Yeah, some of my family need to start crying and begging Jesus, and even then they're not going to get the answer that they want. To have me and my son utilizing insurance and all that, you have to basically, this is why I say they exploit these populations. You have to be in these various cities and these various counties. And then people give you the pipe dream. Sure, I can help you. Sure, we have a program. Sure, they get you over there. You do all of the transferring of all of your things, and then they get ignorant all of a sudden. They get amnesia, or they get all of a sudden over case loaded. And then I had Inland Regional contacting me on cue, as I said, oh, we have a possible location that your son, an apartment, because they, with the disabled, they have programs and stuff like that where depending, like they can get their own little apartment, and then, possibly if they qualify for live-in and all that stuff, they might be able to do something like that. So I had one of them reach out within, I want to say days of us being where we are, days or maybe within 8 weeks. And I'm like, really? So, which is why I started communicating like, well, I need to get us back to that county. And I need to because at the end of the day, we need to be out of the system that they're trying to prolong, because that's what the fuck this is. Ain't nobody stupid.
This is exactly how a remote X works. Someone
They're trying to prolong this shit because they want to have illegal access. They want to be able to surveil through these systems so that it looks like they're not stalking and that they're not illegally surveilling. They are exploiting the homeless, and they are exploiting the programs that's supposed to fucking be designed to protect. Take this shit off the internet talking about we care, bitch, and mental health. No, the fuck they do not. Give me that shit. They're frauds. Collecting government money.
From a tree that was literally struck by lightning and died standing. In the eyes of Time Masters, this isn't just timber anymore.
Now I'm going to say this again just to be fair, because it needs to be heard too. I honor benevolent and legitimate people in this world, including programs. So that needs to be said. Including programs and workers of programs with beautiful hearts. This does not apply to any of those that are truly that. I'm talking trash about the trash that is trash-worthy talk. Exploiting my son, hold on, son. Exploiting him, exploiting me is grotesque. Exploiting these homeless programs is grotesque. Working with these churches, these Masons, and these Eastern Stars is grotesque. Working with corrupt government is fucking grotesque. Working with anybody that's got their scruples loose because they got insecurities, jealousy, entitlement, or their fucking is grotesque. While they drive around here pretending to be decent motherfuckers. Getting their entertainment and their jollies off of torturing my son is set on fire worthy for these motherfuckers. And I'm talking about Big Brother to the crackhead that they hire for a Walmart gift card and everything in between.
It channels that dormant lightning energy and shoots it back down the connection the attacker established.
Getting off on terrorizing, that's what this is. They're exploiting the homeless, and then they're exploiting targeted individuals through that manufactured homelessness. We're going to force them into this system, and then we're going to play merry-go-round. Then we're going to play Ring Around the Rosie. Then we're going to play all these games that we're pretending to not play. Then we're going to send our wannabe A motherfuckers from Pretty Little Liars. Creepy Creepersons from Creepinsville.
This is why it is
Curves.
called the magic of retribution.
Then we're going to send their dumbasses for a carton of cigarettes.
It's about physics. If you touch a live wire, you get shocked.
To follow them around with hoodies on and shit.
Electricity. My Fa turns your aura
in the sunshine.
It makes you dangerous to touch. It solves the problem of the
being creepy.
attacker because you don't need to
They'll do anything for a carton of cigarettes.
You don't need their name. The lightning knows the way. It follows the trail of the curse right back to its origin.
This is happening.
Neutralizes the thread with the force of a
So I've decided now. The decision is made. There's no turning back from it. And everyone that I have attempted to communicate with honestly and openly, and I mean everyone that I have sincerely attempted to communicate clearly, truthfully, and honestly with, will be listed, will be added in that legal guidance and advice as I proceed with suing. All communications in which I've given, all attempts to share, all attempts to remedy, all of those things is noted and will be shared. All conditions in which me and my son experienced throughout it all. So all weird behaviors, all seemingly random odd things will be noted.
วชิระสัตตังสัมปันนังภูตวินะสักกังพุทธเตชนะรักขามิธรรมเตชนะรักขามิสังฆเตชนะรักขามิวชิระโคระ
We live by the decisions we make.
สันตุอธิตตาวชิระเตชนะวชิระสัตตังสัมปันนัง
We live by the decisions we make.
สักกังพุทธเตชนะรักขามิธรรมเตชนะรักขามิสังฆเตชนะ
These people were having bitch fits yesterday. They was having bitch fits today. Because I'm not gonna play the game. I know what they're doing. I know what they're doing. Every time I leave and go somewhere, it's the same shit, different day. A different crackhead. They are exploiting. So listen, to the legit, sincere folks out there, and I'm talking law. I'm not talking to corrupt law. I'm talking to the far few and in between legal officials who ain't trash. You ain't trash, okay? You ain't trash, and you can't be bought and sold, and you ain't partial and all that bullshit. You ain't allowing your own personal bents to fuck up your whole job and shit, the whole bitch. You know, you got some sense about it. Okay? If you, in terms of my case and my son's case, it's actually right in front of you. It's all in front of you. When I don't go anywhere and you want to know who's possibly involved, all you have to do is circulate. All you have to do. Aww. Oh, look at your boo-boo. Oh, it's your pretty. That's just fine. Aw. Me and animals, man, I tell you. That is my Achilles heel, boy, I tell you. So, see, that didn't fuck me up. Okay. But what I was trying to say, okay, is all you have to do, especially days where I'm doing like self-love, self-care, and maybe I'm just taking care of myself, doing masks, I'm standing indoors, blah, 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 blah. Circulate where I am. You're going to find all of them. Guaranteed. You're going to find a good 10 of them driving around that area. Fancy cars, sports cars, bright cars, Teslas with the sharp edges, Teslas with the smooth edges. You're going to find thugs that's involved. All you have to do, and days that I don't go anywhere, circulate the area that I am, because that's where they're circulating. That is where they're going to be parking, on the streets surrounding it. That's where random youngsters will show up. That's where you get a lot of the information that you need to get. It's real easy. And some of it is in the house. You just got to watch the activity there. That'll give away a whole lot of what's going on. And from there, follow those people, because then it's going to lead you to the real. Okay? And then in terms of when me and my son leave, another simple dimple. Easy peasy. Look at the activity. Look at the cops. Look at white vans. All you got to do is watch. Wherever we're walking, especially if we're walking, it's going to be easy peasy to determine. If there's a trend and you see where I land, chances are there's somebody either already there or landing right behind me. Chances are they may very well be involved. Or you see people where if I change my mind, I go somewhere, I go in and I go out, and you see them do the same thing, they're possibly involved. Because sometimes I'll do that. It's like, you're not going to play this game. You just so happen to be doing what I'm doing and going where I'm going. If your whole ass is really going there, then your whole ass will stay there. You won't be trailing me around.
รักขามิวะชิระโคระเตชนะสัพเพ
This is intentional to attempt to cause psychological and emotional unrest so that the story of a homeless person losing their mind could be true for the crooks. That's disgusting fake ass Christians. Some of them got the audacity to walk their whole ass around with t-shirts on, talking about God's chosen, his favorite, his blessed be, bitch, the bomb. I'm like, this nigga need to quit. This bitch need to quit. Walking around stalking people, talking about his princess bride. Chosen for what? Chosen to be a crook, to stalk the disabled and then say, bless the Lord, oh your soul, oh your soul. I'm like, these motherfuckers sick. Bless the Lord, oh my soul, even though I stole from the disabled, sing like never before, oh my soul. Bless his holy name. That's dumbass. Bless the Lord, oh my soul, even though I stole from the disabled, sing like never before, even though I stole from the disabled. Praise him. Ain't it good? Want to do it for you? Bless the Lord, oh my soul, my raggedy ass soul, even though I stole. And then I stand before you, pretending to do the Lord's beautiful work. Bless the Lord, oh my That's a part of why I'm targeted. Knocking off them fake ass masks. It's a part of it.
What are you doing? Shouldn't be carrying somewhere.
We are. Hold on. And look at they triggering him. I know what they're doing. Hold on. It's okay. We'll be okay. They're exploiting the homeless. And who are they? Somebody's gonna say, who are they? They that it applies to. These are they who fake and cause tribulation. These are they who are full of blood of the innocent with the fake ass. Yeah, I'm clowning because this is an indictment on, because there are some legitimate people out there who are sincere good folks, so it's an indictment. Not every Christian or people who believe all these things are fucked up like that, so it's an indictment. Because what kind of fucking representation is that when our fucking leaders are killers? It's an indictment. Up there singing songs, shut up and shut up. Trying to convince the homeless people as well. See, this is what I'm saying. It's an exploitation of the homeless, but it's also hate crimes all wrapped up into one. coercive control. So you want to punish and try to make people join your shit. What kind of fucked up shit is that? This ain't supposed to have nothing to do with that. Some of these organizations are, designed and beautiful to serve like transgender people. And, you can't, oh, don't fuck with me. Don't fuck with me. How listen, that's what I'm saying. It's full of hate. It's full of hatred. But they hide all this hatred. They being they that it applies to. If it doesn't apply to, let it fly, dude. Full of hatred. But if we're going to claim to serve, the differently, the vulnerable communities such as trans, such as, the LGBT community, these are all communities that are considered vulnerable, such as myself, African American woman, spiritual, such as my son, disabled. So we're equally vulnerable and we're equally targeted as the transgender or the LGBT.
To understand why this is considered so dangerous and effective, you have to look at the material itself. The thunderbolt isn't just a fancy name. It refers to wood from a tree that was literally...
Because how you can't, that's why I be saying, I'm like, these people full of shit. Because you can't be talking your Christian shit. And if it's according to your own belief system, I didn't say it. I didn't do it. I don't feel that way. I don't believe that way. I'm not full of the hatred.
It becomes a battery. It instantly absorbs the raw...
According to their own belief system, you ain't supposed to be altering your goddamn gender. You're not supposed to be altering your sexuality. You're looked at as fucking demon possessed and full of pain and sorrow that need healing. Yeah, I said it because that's how they look at you. Don't play like you don't know what I'm talking about if you've been in the church. That's how you're viewed. That's how you're treated. They say it's full of love, but we know at the end of the day, that's essentially it. They're praying for you to get delivered. Okay? Come on. You know I'm telling the truth. But they're certainly not embracing all encompassing. They're certainly not welcoming of your chosen, your chosen sexuality or your chosen pronoun. Okay. Give me 5 minutes.
I can't take that. It smells like this. Come on.
What is the smell?
Oh, come on. Come on.
Okay. So, anywho. Okay. Exploiting all of these populations, exploiting the homeless, exploiting the situation, and exploiting the fact that the person has to basically go through these systems to get services, and they have to answer these questions, and they have to show up to these places. So even if the person is trying to seek what better option for them, basically they have to, hold on Sam, they have to put themselves at risk in order to go seek other options, which is, that's what I said, the system is flawed. Because if somebody has been compromised somewhere, they shouldn't have to jump through all those extra loops. There should be a system that is in place to make this a smoother thing for people who might be at risk of being followed or stalked or targeted or harassed. Maybe some stages to that. Maybe stage 1, that. Stage 2, this. Stage 3, blah, blah, blah. Especially if the person is shared like, hey, I got some strange ass family, that's been following me around, pretending to not be a part of these weird groups, and then they're exploiting the ignorance of those that are in the family and close to the family, and I've been breached. I shouldn't have reached out to this person. I wanted to believe that they wasn't that fucked up and that they weren't involved. But maybe sometimes this has to happen so that it can be found out. I hate to say it. I hate to say it. Because this is sickening. All these people got children, they got mothers, they got fathers, they got nieces and nephews, aunties and uncles and cousins. So I don't know how the fuck any of their asses is looking at their ugly faces in the goddamn mirror. I don't know how any of these lowlives are fucking smiling and shit, with the exception of this. They are the walking dead. They're fucking soulless. There are people who don't believe that, but I'm inclined to believe it. Because if you have consciousness, your conscious won't let you. Your conscious pulls you in when you're not focused. Like, no, this is fucked up. This is fucked up, nigga. This is fucked up. I'm out. I'm out. I'm out. I'm out. I'm out. I may not like this person. I may not agree, but I'm not doing that. I'm out. I don't want to be famous that bad. I don't want your Escalade, bitch. I don't want your Tesla, bitch. I don't want the fucking promotion. Take your little raggedy contract. I don't want none of it. I don't want none of it. Fuck you and your shit. My heart.
Don't move on. It's not going to get that bad smell again.
My heart and soul. I'm not a fake good person. I am a good person. I'm good. No, thank you. I'll go the long route in life. I don't need to come up off of some innocent disabled man.
353, Mom. Let's go.
And then I want you to look up to me like some kind of honorable fucking leader. I want you to listen to the words that I have to say, like I'm speaking words of knowledge and I'm dropping wisdom. As I'm drenched with blood, I'm drenched in it. If there was a special light to cut it on so that you can see the bio, you would see the blood of the innocent all over my fake ass, veneered ass smile. Over my weave from the hair of the hoe's head in India. You see nothing but blood. With my ass implants and my tit lift, cheek implants and my Botox, you'll see nothing but blood. As I smile and shake your hand and wink my eye and hand you a cupcake. It's the handshake of poison. It's the handshake of death. It's the handshake of a fraud. It's the handshake of an opportunist and
That's what
panther.
they're trying to tell you to come on, Mom. You don't listen.
Now, this is supply for them, maybe. For some, it's a little annoying because it's kind of a prediction of their future. As I am suing. In a position to do it now.
Yeah.
They wanted to restrict me so damn bad, and what they have done is help me to use what I have to sue on. Let crazies, you know, they wouldn't, I bet you if it was me or my son or somebody else, wouldn't have been able to easily roam anywhere where we are. Guarantee it. They're exploiting the homeless. San Bernardino County is hit. Riverside County is hit. Orange County is hit. Now Los Angeles.
You're wasting time, Mom. Let's go.
They're exploiting this situation and trying to keep me and my son on a merry-go-round. Because anywhere you're going to receive any kind of help, you have to be connected to that place, that county. It's really that simple, especially if you're trying to utilize things that they're billing through, the insurances and things like that. Essentially, at the end of the day, you have to be in these locations, and you have to have not just physically be there, because again, that's the musical chairs. Not just physically be there, whatever services that you currently have. So if you have Medicare, Medicaid, Medi-Cal, different plans, you need to have those plans in order to execute it. Inland Regional, when they just so happen to have reached out after a vacation, as they just so happened to reach out, I thought it was something that didn't have to do with the Medi-Cal. I thought it was just a service that is just based on their income. Because once upon a time, we had these services and you didn't need to have no special insurance for it. It was just income based, and it serves a particular population or not. So when I communicated that with her, because I was like, oh, I thought it was just something that was through the Inland Regional, and maybe, it's like, oh, no, it's through, like they'll build the insurance. I'm like, okay. So he would have to, of course, in that particular county. But do you see that? They don't want me and my son having the honor and the privacy we richly deserve. The space we deserve, the honor that we deserve, the respect that we fucking deserve, for whatever their whack job as reasons.
Oh yeah.
They're entitled. They want to be able, fuck them. They're they're entitled. That's what I'm saying. For me to not be shit, motherfuckers up on my nuts. They up on my girl nuts. Okay, girl, they on my nuts. Entitled to know, entitled. These are the same people who cringe at the thought of people being up in their business. Go figure, huh? Go figure. They're afraid of my transcendence. I'm aware. This is going to be costly. This is costly. It ain't going to be, it is. It's costly. And that cost is increasing. Every breath I take. Every time my son is annoyed. Every time they puppeteer him, his vessel, for their weird purpose. Every occurrence. Now, for those of y'all who just can't accept the grander issue behind all this, at the end of the day, as I said at the beginning of this video, I was able to isolate one incident today, to track it, to monitor it. And this is the type of things that persistently go on. And it's creepy. And it's intrusion, and it's a violation to my son. It is a violation to his and our human and our civil rights, period, point blank. Who I am and what I believe, that's my business. But the bottom line is there's money, there's bounty, and that's why the corruption is so heavily involved. When I spoke to someone a few months ago and they said it's about money, well, there you go. Money's involved. Simple as that. I am suing, and depending on who all involved, well, those are the people that need to be concerned and worried about it. They're exploiting these homeless people too to get them involved. By the way, that's something else that they do. So listen to me. Some of the homeless people that may very well have real mental health needs, okay? Because again, I have respect for that. I don't clown legitimate things. I clown toxic motherfuckers. I clown corruption. I don't clown people who have suffered some kind of a, PTSD, CPTSD, legitimate things, and they're not fucked up people. They just, been through a lot. They're not out here being fucked up though. That's what I clown. They exploit these motherfuckers because, they got mental needles. They don't have no money. You see what I'm saying? They exploit them motherfuckers. They desperate. They need a carton of cigarettes. They need some cash. You know what I'm saying? Just think about that. To get them to illegally surveil somebody in their same situation.
Really?
They're exploiting my son and I's vulnerability. They're exploiting this situation. And we're not the only ones. They're exploiting homelessness. They're exploiting people going through these various programs and systems for assistance. And some people with their cowardly asses is just sitting back and just turning a blind eye and pretending to not know nothing about it. They on the list too. People out here trying to save their own job. They finna save their job and ruin their family is what some of these people are doing. They're going to save their job, ruin their family, and then in the end still lose their job.
To understand why this is considered so dangerous and effective, you have to look at the material itself. The thunderbolt wood isn't just a fancy name. It refers to wood, a tree that was...
I called certain individuals today to inform them of what's been going on. Several. Now, there should be a protocol, Maybe there needs to be responses within 24 hours or something like that, Especially for serious matters or something that's concerning. Because, listen, some of these will be the first motherfuckers to be trying to wiggle their ass out if, let's just say, something weird did happen with this perv that followed my son into the bathroom.
That bring charm or slow, steady wealth. My papa is the opposite. It is the occult equivalent of a bug zapper.
Activate this bug zapper shit. Amplify it too. Fuck their whore ass up.
Concept of connection. When a sorcerer casts a curse at you from
Let's
a
go,
distance,
Mom.
they have to establish a link. Think of it like a wire connection.
They'll be the first one trying to find some kind of legal way to wiggle their ass up out of it. It's like, but if you would have listened to the bitch when she told you several times over and you all did nothing. How are they supposed to be able to take care of their things and rebuild if they can't fucking move around the location in which you have them? She told you. They'd be the main ones trying to wiggle out. I smell nuts. I smell barbecue nuts. Because I'm suing. I'm going to use my son's resources to fuck these motherfuckers up. We're not these people's battery. We're not their come up. We're not their supply. We're not their project for them to get initiated into these retarded ass groups either. Barbecue nuts.
Yo, man.